How we doing, everybody? I have got one question, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be insulting. I am genuinely curious, and that is, why is Logan Paul such a coward, such a wimp, such a pussy? Why is Jake Paul the same things? And I'm not trying to be insulting, but it sounds like it because neither of these men want to fight somebody their own size, similar age, same goddamn sport. Okay, now listen, you're probably thinking, Bisping, you're just trying to piggyback off the Paul name and because maybe it gets views. That's not what I'm doing. Logan Paul just competed at WrestleMania. God bless him. That's an amazing thing. He's had a tremendous career as a YouTuber. He boxed Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition bout and did very well. He handled himself okay. So I'm not hated on the guy for just the sake of it. Okay, but he did an interview with Dana White and he was talking to Ariel Helwani as well. And he was talking about a potential fight in the UFC. And when Dana said and when Ariel said, who would that be? Who would you like to fight in the UFC? Who does he say? Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. He said, oh, he's a rising star. He's going to be the next Conor McGregor. He's wildly charismatic. He's got a funny haircut. He fucking talks like this, lads, you know.
Everyone loves the Baddy in NYC, lads.
Very, very cocky and confident. The man is a character. He's a great fighter. He's going to have a tremendous career in the UFC. Paddy the Baddy I'm talking about. But he's also a lightweight. He's 155 pounds, 5'9" tall. Logan Paul, you are 6'2". You looked absolutely gigantic when you were in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Granted, Floyd Mayweather is a tremendous boxer, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. 15 as a professional. Now won several exhibition matches, okay? So God bless you there. Little exhibition match. Bit of fun. That's all it was. I don't mind that. But you're talking about coming over to the UFC and you're calling out Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Right? You're referring to the fact that he blows up in between weights. You're right. Paddy does get fat. He needs to work on his diet a little bit. Paddy, if you see this, hope you well, mate. But you got to lay off the McDonald's, lad. Do you know what I mean? You got to stop it. I know it's fun, but as you get older, it gets harder to lose that weight. One of the main regrets of my career is that I did that. I kind of blew up in between weights, but not like Paddy did. Or not like Paddy does. I mean, the man's eating McDonald's, fish and chips, ice cream, burgers. Whatever he can find, he's eating it and he's having a goddamn blast. He's having fun, so God bless him. He's only a young man. That's up to him. Real quick, just want to tell you about rockauto.com. You know the deal by now. If you've got a car, if you like working on it, if you look underneath the engine and you need parts, then you need to go to rockauto.com. They've been in business for over 20 years. They've got every single part that you could possibly imagine, and they've been in business for 20 years because they're so cheap. There's no storefront markup. There's no middleman to go through. It's just straight. You go online, you click the link in the episode description down below, or you just go to rockauto.com. Tell them that I sent you as well. And then there it is. From A to B. No middleman. 20 years, all the parts that you need at the lowest possible prices. Check them out. If you like cars, you like working on them, you know your way around an engine, then Rock Auto is for you. rockauto.com or click the link in the episode description down below. So Logan Paul says, oh, he blows up to like 185. I'll fight him at 185. Yes, he blows up to 185 when he's ridiculously out of shape. When he's in shape, when he's got a six-pack, when he's at his optimal fighting weight, he is nowhere near 185. He weighs in at 155 pounds. Logan Paul, like I said at the beginning, why are you such a coward? Why can you or your brother not fight somebody your own size?
Don't be scared, homie.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. That's called being a bully. I do a podcast with Anthony Smith, believe you me. If you haven't seen it, subscribe, ring the bell. And subscribe and ring the bell on this channel as well if you haven't already done that. We were talking about this today. Anthony Smith had the best point ever. He said, if I was at a bar and I start talking shit to some young guy, some young kid that's 5 inches shorter than me, that's 40 pounds lighter than me, even if he is a cocky little bastard and he fucking talks like this all the time, right? Even if he was talking like that, if a 6'2" guy, lean, built, muscular, is picking on a 5'9" guy, there's one word for that, and that is a bully. It's as simple as that. If I was there, I would step in and say, hey, mate, why don't you pick on someone your own size? Meaning me, meaning my size. There's plenty of people. Anthony Smith threw his name into the mix. He said, I'll fight Logan Paul. I'll fight Jake Paul. But they're not calling him out, you know? And I've said this many times in the boxing world. They're calling out retired MMA fighters. Calling out Tyron Woodley. Ben Askren, a guy that can't box to save his life. Great wrestler, though. They would not wrestle him. They would not wrestle Ben Askren. That's a fact. Okay? They wouldn't fight Tyron Woodley in an MMA fight. That's also a fact. There's lots of other retired MMA fighters that the Logan brothers will not fight. There's Anderson Silva out there. Dana White said that. He said, Jake, Anderson's not under contract. Why don't you go after Anderson Silva? They're not doing that. He's going after Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. I mean, just one more time. If you don't understand, that is picking weak opposition. Not that I'm saying Paddy's weak. Paddy's going to have a great career in the UFC. He's going to do big things. The man is a star. So I'm not surprised that Logan's mentioning his name. But in terms of, you could mention his name and say good things about him. You could mention his name and say you're excited for his career. But any self-respecting man that is the size of Logan Paul does not call out Paddy the Baddy Pimblett because it's just weak. Paddy, pound for pound, will kick Logan's ass. That's a fact. And he might even beat Logan Paul in a fight anyway. He probably would, to be fair. Paddy's no joke. But still, any self-respecting man doesn't pick out a guy 3 weight divisions below him. You want to go your weight class or above because that's the gangster move. It's not the pussy move. It's not the bitch move, which is what they're doing. Jake Paul, go and box. What's he called? The Fury. Tommy Fury. That's who you should box. You get through him, I'll give you a bit of respect. Don't be picking on MMA fighters. Don't be picking on people that are over 40. Don't be picking on people that are almost 30 pounds lighter than you. Because as Anthony Smith said, that just makes you a bully. And nobody likes a bully. Listen, I'm not just sitting here trying to rip on them, you know. I do actually think Paddy would give him a good fight anyway, to be fair. You know, listen, Logan Paul's doing great things. As I said before, the WrestleMania stuff, that's awesome. Come on, man. What guy doesn't want to do that? So God bless him. I see him flirting with an acting career as well. No doubt he'll smash that. He's a tall, handsome, charismatic, intelligent guy. Do you know what I mean? They're having great careers, the pair of them. They're making obscene amounts of money. They got massive followings, okay? Just take a little advice from an old one-eyed guy. You don't want to be calling out lightweights, buddy, when you're walking around at 200 pounds. At least 200 pounds. So there you go. The title of this video should be, why is Jake Paul a pussy? Why is Logan Paul a pussy? Right? But we can't put that because the algorithm won't share it. So I don't know what my YouTube producer, Brantendo or Ant, are going to put as the title. But that's what this video should be called. Why are the Logan brothers absolute pussies?